and welcome to Yoga Flow with Megan, Yoga Chill Sequence 1. Yoga Chill is a really nice way to wind down before bed. So feel free to dim the lights, put on some candles and comfortable clothes. For this practice, you'll just need a blanket and a pillow. So to begin, we're going to lay down on the mat. So you might want to set up your pillow to the top. And placing your arms by your side, palms facing the ceiling. Shoulders are back, chest is open, and eyes are closed. Focusing on the breath. Just allowing yourself to completely relax. Begin to deepen the breath. Inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 3. Feeling the breath move throughout the entire body. Inhale as you lift the arms up and exhale, lowering them down to the ground above the head, reaching up with the fingers, down with the toes. Inhaling the knees to the chest, you can wrap your arms around them or just cup the tops of the knees. And exhale, releasing your feet down to the mat, but keeping the knees bent. You want to place your feet hip distance apart, ankles under the knees or as close as you can. Your arms are by your side, palms facing the mat, fingers are slightly spread. On the next inhale, we're going to gently lift the hips and hold. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale the right knee to the chest, wrapping your fingers around the back of the right thigh, pulling it close as you circle the right ankle. Inhale as you straighten the right leg with the sole of the foot facing the ceiling. Moving to the breath, we're going to flex the foot. Inhale as you point the toes up. Exhale, releasing down. Bring that right knee back to the chest. We're going to place the right foot on top of the left thigh, opening the hip to the side, releasing your arms back down on the mat. Taking deep breaths. Staying here, or for a deeper stretch, we're going to inhale as we lift that left foot up, wrapping your fingers around the back of the left thigh, keeping both feet flexed, and you can keep that left knee bent, or you can straighten the left leg with the sole of the foot facing the ceiling, continuing to take deep breaths. And exhale, releasing both feet back down to the mat. Placing the feet hip distance apart and parallel, ankles under the knees or as close as you can. Arms are by your side, palms facing the mat, fingers slightly spread. On the next inhale, I'm going to lift the hips and hold. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing down. Inhale the left knee to the chest, wrapping your fingers around the back of the left thigh, pulling it close as you circle the left ankle. Inhale as you straighten the left leg with the sole of the foot facing the ceiling, and moving to the breath, we're going to flex the foot. Inhale as you point the toes up, exhale, releasing down, moving back and forth. Bringing that left knee back to the chest, we're going to place the left foot on top of the right thigh, opening the hip to the side, releasing your arms back down to the mat, taking deep breaths. Staying here, or for a deeper stretch, inhale as you lift that right foot up, wrapping your fingers around the back of the right thigh, keeping both feet flexed. You can keep that right knee bent or straighten the right leg. And exhale, releasing both feet back down to the mat, placing them hip distance apart, ankles under the knees, arms by your side, palms facing the mat. So we're going to do a few hip lifts here, moving to the breath. When you're ready, inhale as you lift the hips up. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale, lifting the hips up. And exhale, releasing down. And just continue to move to your own breath. And when you're ready, exhale, lowering the hips. Inhaling the knees to the chest. You're going to place your hands on top of the knee. So right hand on the right knee, left hand on the left knee. Taking a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're going to open both knees out to the side at the same time. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, opening the knees, stopping wherever you're comfortable. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release. inhale to center and just continue moving to your own breath. And inhale the knees back together. We're going to exhale as we release our knees to the side, resting in the fetal position. Moving slowly when you're ready. Inhale as you gently lift yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Now you may want to sit on a pillow or your blanket. And you can keep your legs crossed or straight out in front of you, whatever's comfortable for you. Placing hands on top of the knees, palms to the ceiling. Lengthening and straightening the back, relaxing the shoulders, the face, the jaw, the eyes. Centering yourself on the mat and in this space. And gently opening the eyes. So we're going to practice a breathing technique called alternate nostril breathing. It's really good for calming the mind and the body. So to do this breathing practice, we're going to make a peace sign with the right hand. This is the easiest way I found to explain it. And with these two fingertips, we're going to place on our forehead. And we're going to place the pinky on the left nostril, thumb on the right. So pinky left nostril, thumb on the right. To begin, we're going to close that right nostril, breathing in through the left. Closing the left nostril, breathing out through the right. So closing the right, breathing in through the left. Closing the left, breathing out through the right. And just keep going back and forth. Exhale, releasing the right hand down, taking deep breaths at center. And slowly opening the eyes again, we're going to make a peace sign with the right hand. Fingertips on the forehead, pinky on the left nostril, thumb on the right. So this time we're going to close the left nostril, breathing in through the right. Closing the right, breathing out through the left. Closing the left, breathing in through the right. Closing the right, breathing out through the left. And just keep going back and forth until you find your rhythm. If this is your first time trying this, it does feel a little funny. But over time, this practice becomes a lot easier and more relaxing. And releasing the right hand down, going back to the breath. releasing your chin to your chest, begin to roll the head. Other side. And begin to roll the shoulders. And releasing the shoulders down, we're going to reach out with the right arm, taking the left hand, gently pushing back on the right fingertips. Exhale, release, straightening the left arm, taking the right hand, gently pushing back on the left fingertips. And exhale, release, circling the wrists. And placing our hands on top of the knees, we're going to inhale as we lift the chest up. Exhale, closing the shoulder blades, lowering down. And inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, closing the shoulder blades, lowering down. And just doing a few more, moving to your own breath. And exhale, releasing shoulders down. Inhale the arms up, interlacing the fingers, bringing the palms to face the ceiling, relaxing the shoulders. And inhale as you lift the chest up, exhale, leaning to your right. Inhale back to center, relaxing the shoulders, lifting the chest. Exhale, leaning to your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, releasing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lifting and opening the chest, looking up, and exhale, slowly leaning forward, stopping wherever you're comfortable, lowering the head, no tension on the neck. Inhale, lifting the chest back to center, releasing your hands behind the back onto the fingertips, opening the chest, taking deep breaths. Releasing back to center. Inhaling the arms up, at this time placing hands in prayer. We're going to exhale, bringing hands to chest. And just closing the eyes. And taking these next few breaths to think of an intention for your practice. An intention can be a goal, a dedication, something you'd like to let go of, or just the things you're grateful for. And releasing your hands down. We're going to move to tabletop position. So for tabletop position, our knees and our feet are hip distance apart. Your toes can be tucked or flat. Our wrists are under the shoulders, fingers are slightly spread, gripping the mat. And if your knees are sensitive, feel free to stick a pillow or your blanket under the knees here. And we're going to do cat-cow pose. This is really nice for the spine. We're going to inhale as we open the chest, looking up, curving the back to the mat. Exhale, bringing chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. Inhale, opening the chest, looking up. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the back to the ceiling. And just continue moving to the breath. And releasing to flat back, tabletop. We're going to walk the palms forward as we lower the chest, placing the forehead down to the mat, keeping the arms straight, crawling the fingers as far as they'll go, lifting up to the fingertips. Nice deep breaths. And walking palms back under the shoulders. Checking that knees and feet are hip distance apart. And tucking your toes here if they're not already tucked. We're going to inhale as we lift the hips up, pushing back on the heels, bringing the head between the elbows for downward dog position. So our arms are straight, our back is flat, but feel free to keep the knees bent here. And just pedal the feet, lifting the right foot, the left foot. And slowly walking the feet to the top of the mat. Try to keep the head low if you can. Placing your feet hip distance apart and parallel, your knees are bent. You're going to place hands on your elbows as you sway from side to side. Releasing your hands down to the sides of the feet. Next inhale, slowly lifting to standing position. Inhale, lifting the chest, opening the arms, placing hands above the head in prayer. Exhale, bringing hands to chest. And just relaxing the shoulders, the face, gently pressing the palms together. Going back to the breath. And releasing your arms down to your sides. We're going to step back with the right foot. And we're going to turn that right foot so it's parallel to the back of the mat, opening the right hip. So we're now square to the long edge. The left foot's pointing to the top, and we're going to bend that left knee so it's directly in line with the ankle. So left knee is bent and that right leg is straight. When you're balanced here, we're going to inhale the arms up, exhale, opening them. So the left arm is above the left leg, right arm behind us. Palms facing the ground, fingers slightly spread. Warrior two position, taking deep breaths. Inhale, so we lean forward to the left, placing the left hand on the right hip, right arm above and over the head. Exhale, leaning to your right, right hand on the left hip, left arm up and over the head. Exhale, leaning back to the left, left hand on the right hip, right arm above and over the head. Exhale, right hand on the left hip, left arm up and over the head. And exhale, opening the arms back to warrior two. Going back to the breath. Placing hands on our hips, we're going to turn the left foot so it's parallel like the right. So both feet are parallel to the top and back of the mat in a nice wide stance. Placing hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Inhale, lifting and opening the chest, and exhale, leaning forward. Just letting your head hang here, no tension on the neck. Releasing your hands down to the mat. You can keep them here, or you can place your hands on your elbows as you sway from side to side. Breathing out any tension you're still holding. Releasing hands down to the mat. We're going to crawl them to that right foot. So I'm going to move this for now so you can see me a little better. Okay, so we're going to crawl our hands to that right foot. And we're going to turn this right foot so it's pointing to the top of the mat, bending that right knee. So we want that right knee in line with that ankle. The left leg is straight behind us, left foot's parallel to the back. Feeling balanced here. We're going to inhale as we lift the chest up, opening up the arms. Again, just checking that knee and ankle. Looking over the right fingertips. Nice deep breaths. Inhale as you lean towards your right, placing that right hand on the left hip, left arm up and over the head. Exhale, leaning to your left, left hand on the right hip, right arm up and over the head. Exhale, leaning to your right, right hand on the left hip, left arm up and over the head. Exhale, left hand on the right hip, right arm up and over the head. And exhale, opening the arms back to warrior two. Going back to the breath. And we're going to windmill down to lunge. So we're going to inhale the chest up, exhale, right hand outside the right foot, left hand inside. Turning that left foot so it's pointing to the top of the mat, so both feet are pointing to the top, finding your balance. When you're ready, you're going to step the right foot back, hips up, back to downward dog. Just pedaling the feet. Doing what feels comfortable. And we're going to exhale as we lower the hips, bringing the chest over the hands for a quick plank. Releasing knees, chest, chin, down to the mat. Taking your time. And we're going to untuck the toes so the feet are flat. Bringing the elbows to the chest, fingers slightly spread. We're just going to do a baby cobra here, which is a gentle chest lift. We're going to inhale the chest and the wrists up off the mat. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, releasing down. We'll do one more. When you're ready, inhale, lift. And exhale, releasing down. We're going to move to child's pose. So we're going to inhale as we lift the chest up. Exhale, sitting back on the heels. Our arms extended, forehead to the mat. And we want to make ourselves comfortable here in child's pose. So feel free to open up the knees. You can keep the arms extended above the head, or you can place hands to the soles of the feet. Just taking this time to rest, going back to your intention. Inhale, slowly lifting the chest, sitting back on the heels, rolling head, shoulders. Doing any stretch your body needs. So from here, we're going to grab our blanket. And we want to place the blanket under the knees. So we're going to do a toe stretch here. So this is not for everyone. If you feel like this doesn't work for your body, just feel free to rest here or back in child's pose. But if you'd like to try it, we're going to tuck the toes in here, resting the knees on the blanket, placing hands on the hips or in prayer, and just taking deep breaths. inhale as you lift the hips up, untucking the toes and sitting back on the heels on the exhale. So we're going to do one more stretch here. So feel free again to skip this position if you don't think it'll work for you or your body. We're going to use a pillow for this one, and we want to place the pillow just slightly above the blanket, kind of where our hands would be in tabletop. So just there. We're going to lift the hips up, tucking the toes. I find the toes tucked a little bit more comfortable for this, but feel free to leave them flat if you'd like. We're going to place our hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, and inhale, lifting and opening the chest. We're going to exhale as we lean forward, placing the crown of the head on the pillow, lifting the hips up, arms extended behind you. Breathing into the belly. Careful not to put too much pressure on the neck. And inhale, lifting up the chest, untucking the toes, and exhale, sitting back on the heels. And just rolling head, shoulders. Doing any stretch your body needs. And from here, we're going to lay down on the mat. So we want to place our pillow at the top of the mat, our blanket to the side for now, and feel free to put on socks or a sweatshirt, making yourself comfortable. Placing your hips in the center, we're going to exhale as we lower the back down. You can keep your knees bent or straight, whatever's comfortable, arms at your side. Palms facing the mat or the ceiling. Shoulders are back, chest is open, and eyes are closed. Checking back in with the breath, checking in with the body. Seeing how you feel. Inhale the knees to the chest, wrapping your arms around them. Or you could just cup the tops of the knees. Keeping the knees on top of the chest, but opening up the arms out wide, palms facing the ground, fingers slightly spread. Inhale as you bring the knees closer to the chest, and exhale as you release your knees to the right, keeping the chest at center. Taking deep breaths. Inhale the knees back to the chest, and exhale, releasing your knees to the left side. Keeping the chest at center, nice deep breaths. Inhale the knees back to the chest, and we're going to exhale, releasing the feet back down to the mat, keeping the knees bent. We want to place the feet out wide at the edges of the mat, bringing the knees together to touch. So knees are touching, feet are out wide, placing your arms at your side, palms facing the ceiling. Relaxing the nervous system. And from here, we're going to move into Savasana, relaxation. So now we want to take that blanket, placing it on top of us, getting as comfortable as possible, placing your arms back at your sides, straightening the legs, relaxing the face, the eyes, allowing yourself to completely relax down on the mat. Relaxing your toes, your feet, and your ankles. Relaxing your calves, your knees, and your thighs. Relaxing your fingers, your wrists, your arms, and your shoulders. Sinking deeper into the mat. Relaxing the neck, the head, the jaw, the eyes. Taking this time to just be still, mind and body. Bringing your awareness back to the body, begin to deepen the breath. You can wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, circling the wrists and the ankles in nice gentle movements. And inhale the arms up above the head and exhale, lowering them down to the ground. Reaching up with the fingers, down with the toes. Inhaling the knees to the chest, wrapping your arms around them, just cupping the tops of the knees. Staying still or gently rocking from side to side. And releasing your knees to the right, resting in the fetal position. Moving slowly when you're ready. Inhale as you gently lift yourself up, to a comfortable seated position. Placing hands in prayer, we'll close this class with Namaste. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you sleep well tonight. Bye.